Okay, so today we are using Lipstick Cycling 30X on Spotify. You can go ahead and hit the first song. It is called Oxygen. And it is a nice, feel-good, mellow song to get us in the mood. We always want to start out comfortable, happy, nothing shocking. We'll get there. All right, crew. We are pedaling about 80s RPM, letting our heart rate come up to a zone 1. Zone 1 is like just barely above what it would be if you were just walking around your apartment. So taking it just a level up from that to zone 1, also known as active recovery. Sometimes when you take a day off, it feels better when you do active recovery instead of just full on no activity. So this is that. Let's spend a few minutes here. We're gonna pedal super smooth circles with the legs. Always remember that this is a circular motion. It's not push. Relax your ankles, relax your fingers and toes. Shoulders come down, elbows are bent. Hand position really can be anywhere, and I recommend moving it around. If you hold on outside, this is a lengthened position or a stretch, right? You can actually get a little bit more comfortable bringing your hands up top, as I like to call it, up top right here. But you can also go in the middle. Whatever's comfortable for you, it's a good idea to move it around. So today we have some comfortable efforts and some moderate efforts because it's Wednesday. And that's what we do on Wednesdays. On Fridays, we go real hard. On Mondays, we go easier. So today is moderate. As far as the zone, we're going to spend most of our time in its zone 3. All right, on your own, just take a few deep breaths and start coming into the workout. I'll tell you what the entire workout is. This way you know what to expect and what's coming. So the warm-up, we have 5 single-minute efforts and then 3 20-second efforts. So minute, 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 20, 20, 20. That is your warm-up. In total, with this little zone 1 section and the breaks, it's going to be about 20 minutes. And then we're going to start getting a little more uncomfortable. So one thing to note about the warm-up is that the breaks are only about 30 seconds this time, and we usually do a minute. So just know that. When we move on to the main set, you have 2-minute, 2-minute, 3-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute, 4-minute, and then Tabata. Tabata. We've got another minute or so before we hit the first interval. And the first one will be a standing climb into a seated flat. If you want to add another gear at any point or even subtract one, you know, when you ride a bike outside, this is something I learned when I first started cycling. You change gears all the time. It's not like every 5 minutes. It could be every 30 seconds. Change, change, change. You constantly adapt to the terrain, because if all of a sudden you're on an incline, you have to change. If all of a sudden you're flat or downhill, you have to change, you have to change. So I realize it's not a bad thing. I used to think it's a bad thing, constantly, constantly. But it's not, so don't be afraid to do that. All right, this is a long song, so we're gonna go ahead and hit American Honey. Oh, it's just one country song, don't worry. You can go ahead and hit American Honey, and we're gonna go standing climb, seated flat, so 30 second, 30 second. This is comfortable, y'all, enjoy it. Gear it up, 3, 2, and 1. We add resistance so we can slow down to like 60s RPM. I'll tell you when we're at the top, and then you will transition to a flat road. Ready, set, have a seat, lighten up. Now pedal to the 90s. That's a big change in RPM. We made it lighter, so it should be the same effort. Ten seconds, and we have a short break. 3, 2, done. Lighten up, relax. You only get 30 seconds break. Now I know this song is a little gentle. So should be your effort right now. So it matches. It's a little bit of work. That's it. A little bit of work. All right, y'all. Seated climb for 1 minute. Gear it up. 3, 2, 1. So we added. Legs are like 60s now. And we're going to do this one seated just because I want you to feel that. This is still only maybe a zone 2. It's just a little bit of effort. If you constantly stand up, then your legs never get strong, right? And then this feels hard. Seated climbs are for strong legs. Oh, you don't like them? That's all right. Right, yeah, I know. I'll tell you something. Me too. I love to stand. But there is a rule in fitness. Whatever you don't like to do, that's probably exactly what you need to work on. And done. All right, let it go, let it go. You have 30 seconds. And then you can get up, B. You know, it's like push-ups. People who are like, I hate push-ups. That's because they suck at them. So, whew. All right, we got standing climb to seated flat again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. There you go. I'll tell you another reason people like standing climbs. It's a little easier on the legs. Now you got body weight pushing on those pedals. In 8 seconds, we transition. 3, 2, take it down, lighten up. Now 90s RPM. We're going faster, same effort. These are all around a zone 2. Nice, long, feel-good warm-up. 3, 2, done. All right, y'all, take a 30-second break. Take a breath here. Your seated climb is coming. Little bit of work, all legs. 3, 2, reach down, gear it up. All right, 60s RPM in the saddle. Now, if you don't like the seated climb, you try to give yourself reasons why it's great. So you gotta change that thinking. I think, oh, this is so good for my legs. I'm doing squats. I'm doing like walking lunges. You have 20 seconds. Ten seconds, and then quick break. 3, 2, done. Take the weight off, 30 seconds, flush out the legs. Now we haven't gone past zone 2 yet, and we're not going to on the next interval either. All right, the next one is a standing climb for a minute, so it's different. 3, 2, gear it up, 60s RPM, out of the saddle for a whole minute now. I want you to feel your abdominals working. Pull the knees up towards the upper body. We still have 30 seconds. Twenty seconds, zone 2, a little bit of work. 10. 3, 2, all right, take the weight off. Now, 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes rest. Get on the flat, 80s RPM, and know what's coming. 20-second, kind of all outs. Maybe not max though, but we're gonna push it hard. If your song has switched to Shape of My Heart and you like to be on the beat, it's an 80s rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So yesterday I watched sportsmanship video. People helping people across a finish line. People who could not stand anymore and were crawling. People who twisted their ankle and were hopping. People who, couldn't move their legs anymore. And other people who helped them. In many of these situations, it was no big deal because, it's just someone helping someone in a race. But in a few, it was first place, right? And the person who's crawling is obviously going to come in second. But the other person who was about to pass them and take first didn't feel right about that, and they picked them up and they crossed the finish line together. And in some instances, they pushed that person across first. So, I mean, I'll tell you, it brought back memories of triathlon because I haven't done a triathlon in a really long time, and I was like, oh yeah, like, that was it. That was what it was all about. People were crawling across the finish line. People were crying. People were injured. People were bleeding. In one of the videos, it was a relay race, and this girl couldn't push anymore. She got on her hands and knees and crawled to the finish and handed her friend the baton, and then you could see her knees were all bloody. And you know, you think about the last time you did that. Maybe never, but this is the stuff that builds that mental toughness. All right, y'all. This is really not the right song, but we're just gonna do it. 20-second, seated, 100 RPM, push. And now I want you to stick your finger in a socket and zap yourself a little bit. So I'm not gonna give you a designated effort, I just want you to zap yourself. 100 RPM for 20 seconds. Ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. Zap yourself to life. Three, 2, done. Slow down for 20, and we'll do it again. Now that you've done that one seated, I leave the next two up to you. 50-50, seated standing, or all up, but 100 RPM. 3, 2, 1. In or out, but fast, come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Take a break. One more. Think of a zap. This is your last one. In or out. And then you have 3 minutes rest. On your mark, get set, go for it. Last one. Go, go, go! Oh, done. All right, y'all. 3 minutes. Just let the music ride. I do remember a race that Team Lipstick did, and 2 of the girls in the same age group were coming across the finish line. I was already at the finish line waiting for them, and they were coming across the finish line together. But what I knew, and they didn't know, is they were fighting for a spot on the podium because first and second place in their age group already came across. So this was third. And I was like, damn, they're supporting each other, they're pushing each other. Do I tell them? Do I not tell them? I decided to tell them. And I was like, this is a fight for third, ladies. Who wants it? Who wants a spot on the podium? And they broke out. Because that's what you're supposed to do. When you compete, you're supposed to compete. It's, you know what? Because one of them is gonna win today and the other one's gonna win next month. So they did fight for it. One of them got third, got on the podium. I would say the next time around, that girl who came in fourth we'll fight a little harder, right? You learn a lesson every time. It's not always about winning. It's not. It might be about showing up. It might be about supporting someone else. Whew. All right, so drink some water if you need it. We head into the main set now. It's gonna be 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 6 intervals. Minute rest in between each one. Hills and flats. Now you need to get zone 3. So we did a lot of zone 2 in the warm-up so that you could understand that this is harder than that. But it is not breathless. You don't lose the ability to speak. This is kind of a triathlon effort where you want to win. So think of it as an hour pace, but hard, really hard. And by hour, I mean you can hang on for an hour. All right, y'all, so here's a quick note about the music and then we go. It's still starting out a little gentle, but because we do this in our ear, I'm not playing the music I would play in a stadium. Because if it has to be in your ear and it's just like bang, bang, bang. All right, hill, 2 minutes, your choice, in or out, 60 to 80 RPM, geared up, 3, 2, and 1, let's go. In or out, doesn't matter, but 2 minutes in zone 3. Two-minute climb, y'all. Strong. This is where moderate comes in. It ain't easy anymore. It ain't comfortable. My RPM on the hills, I'm gonna stay in the 70s today. You do what you want, 60s to 80. 1 minute to the top. Money in the bank, every pedal stroke. You have 30 seconds. Twenty. 10. Get to the top and we'll take a break. 3, 2, done. Whew. You have a minute. We're going to do the same 2-minute interval, but this time, flat. At the end of each of those minutes, you have the option to speed up your legs, to just kick it a little bit, but you're not going to stand up. We're going in about 20, so just take that last deep breath, relax, get ready. All right, zone 3. Seated flat, geared up, ready, set, 90s RPM, go. Come on, 90 to 99. Are you at zone 3 yet? What are you waiting for? Get uncomfortable. Relax your ankles. Push your heels into the pedal stroke. Push your heels into the pedal stroke. When your song changes, from here on out, the energy goes up. All right, if you want, pedal faster. 5 seconds. Kick it. Back to the 90s. In a minute, we take a break. You have 30 seconds to your break. If you're at 90 RPM, stay there. If you're at 98, stay there. All right. If you want to speed up, ready, set, go faster. Kick it. Done. 1 minute to recover. Okay, so what often happens in these types of interval trainings is people know they only have 2 minutes, so they go as hard as they can for 2 minutes. That is not the point today. You can do that if you're not interested in progressive overload. If you're not interested in a plan that has been working forever and is proven to be the best plan, then go ahead and do whatever you want. But if you are a progressive overload and you want to get stronger, zone 3, people, stay there. All right, ready? Now, we did the 2-minute intervals. This is 3-minute climb, your choice. Gear it up. 3, 2, 1. In or out. $60 to $80 RPM, remember. 3 minutes. Now you gotta hang on longer. So I'm gonna explain what happens if on that 2-minute interval you went all out for a 2-minute interval, which is not what I told you to do, then right now your effort is less. It has to be. How can a 2-minute effort be held for 3 minutes? It can't, right? We are just going through the grocery store, adding things to the basket. We added 2-minute and 2-minute. Now we're adding 3-minute and 3-minute. 1 minute in, 2 to go. So by the definitions I'm giving you, at the end of this 3 minutes, you could keep going easily. I didn't ask you for a 3-minute effort. I asked you to go 3 minutes in zone 3. And just in case you're thinking, well, Laura, what the hell is zone 3? Conversation's possible, but it's hard. You're uncomfortable, but you can hang on for about an hour in order to get first place. Like you have a goal. $2 minutes in, 1 to go. You got this. You guys look great. I see the work. 30 seconds to the top of the hill. Do not push harder. If when I told you you had 30 seconds, you pushed harder, you're competitive, and that's a good thing. Just wait till Friday to hit those. Can't do them every day. 3, 2, woo! You're done. Knowing the body takes, depending on your effort, it can take 24, 48, 72 hours to recover and repair. If you go all out now, like all out, then on Friday, when we go harder, you're not even done recovering from Wednesday. So your peak performance, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of tapering. Tapering. In triathlon, we taper for 2 weeks before a race. 2 weeks before, we're still working moderate and with a little bit of hard. And then the week before, we're working easy with a little bit of hard, much less volume. All right, y'all ready? Your taper is over, your 1 minute taper. Seated in the 90s. 3, 2, woo! 90s, now push it. Just like a hill, you push the flat the same. I tend to be high 90s, so I'm at about 98 right now. You can be 90 to 99. Are you at zone 3 yet? Or are you like, oh, taking my time to get there? If you're following the plan, you should be able to go back there on a dime. You don't need that much recovery. Remember, we're going to speed up at the end of the minute for 5 seconds. On your mark, get set, go faster. It's just 5 seconds. Slow down. 90s. 2 more minutes. We're halfway through. Bring it home. Positive reinforcement. I'm a badass. I got this. This is easy. It's easy for me to go hard. Get ready. We're going to speed up. 3, 2, faster. And 90s. Let's finish this. In 30 seconds, you're going to take a break. Do not work harder. Technically, you don't need the break, but it will be nice. We're going to speed up. Get ready. 3, 2, go. You're done. 1 minute. Taper cool topic. Haven't talked about it in a while. And everyone's different. Some people will work out the day before a race. You know, just a little something. They might even sprint 3 times. Just to tap it and make sure it's still there. And some people just breathe. As long as you have a taper plan, it's all right. All right, y'all, listen up. We did 2 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 3 minute. We're almost done. We have 4, Tabata, and we're out of here. So this is a 4-minute climb. You have freedom. Reach down and gear it up. 3, 2, 1. We're climbing, in or out. We have 4 minutes in zone 3, up a hill now. Remember, you don't want to fully recover. The reason we don't want to fully recover, to go from here all the way down to here, is because then you have to go all the way back to there, right? If you just recover a little bit, not much to go to get back where you want to be. You can, we're jamming. I see you dancing over there. 1 minute down, 3 to go. Do not get off that hill. Whew, this is your last hill for the day. Keep climbing. I have a few, since I've been teaching group fitness for 30 years. Oh my God. Whew. I started very, very young. I have a couple of pet peeves. One of them, the teacher talks way too much. Why even have music on if you're not going to let me listen to it, right? So, 2 more minutes. Take it away, y'all. "90 seconds. "60 seconds. "30 seconds. Remember not to go harder. Hang out. Three, two, woo. 1-minute break. So I didn't need that break, right? You didn't need that break. You could have kept going, but it feels good and it allows us to keep the quality high. When we go into the next interval, here's what I want you to focus on. Within 12 seconds, I want you in zone 3. In 12 seconds. The difference between first and second place could be that first 10 seconds when someone took off harder than you and then settled in. All right, we have a nice long break after this one. So, 4-minute, seated flat, 90s. Geared up. 3, 2, 1. You got 12 seconds. Get to zone 3. Do you need another gear to do that? You can always take it off. You're there. This is your longest flat. Oh, it's 4 minutes long. Remember, we speed up, right? In 3, 2, faster. It's just 5 seconds. Done. Settle back. It's always about the journey, not the destination. Enjoy the journey. I'm counting your RPMs. You guys look good. We're gonna speed up. Ready, set, faster. Done. And 2 minutes left. Don't let go. The end is the hardest. At some point, the tank gets emptier. Remember, the next break is a little longer. Get ready to speed up. 3, 2, faster. Done. In a minute, we break. Ride it out. Thirty seconds left. Hang tough. We have one more acceleration. I'll tell you when. Get ready. 3, 2, faster. Come on, go. Do what you want. Come on. Done. All right, y'all. So, if you can, you hit pause on your music and take a 2-minute rest because we're running out of time on the music. Yesterday was a crazy day. I didn't have time to really test the music. I used to tell people my rides take like 3 hours to put together. But with us, since we're doing it different every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, totally different, you know, I have to cut that process down, whip it together a little quicker. So we'll hit play again when it's time. It's best to have it on your here anyway. Oh my gosh, taper. Well, this is not a taper, this is a break, but break. Next up is Tabata. So Tabata is 8 20-second all outs. And this time I do mean all out. So if you have that desire to kick it, now's your chance. And you're only getting 10 seconds rest. That's my other pet peeve, is when the instructor doesn't tell us how long the interval is and how long we're gonna have a break for and how many we're doing. Because how the hell are you supposed to attack that? So you know, you're doing the math now in your head. 8 20-second intervals in a row, basically. If you need water, go ahead. All right, let me give you the rules, and then we're gonna go. So the rules are, these are flat, but you can do them half in the saddle, half out, or all in. So I might do every other one. I'm gonna do one seated to up, one seated to up. So you can do that with me or do what you want, but these are fast with a lot of weight. Ring the bell, all right? All right, it's time. In 4 minutes, we eat breakfast. You can go ahead and hit play on the music. You might even need to back it up. I'm so sorry about that. I'm gonna back it up because you do need 4 minutes. All right, here we go. First one, out of 8, geared up. 3, 2, 1. Done. Did you ring the bell? Was that the hardest effort yet? On your mark, get set, go. Done. 2 down, 6 to go. Ready, set, hit it! That's it, fight for it, come on! 8, 7, 6, don't you stop! 3, 2, 1. Throw it at the wall, see what sticks. Ready, set, go. Done. Halfway done. set, go. 10, 9, 8. Done. 5 down, 3 to go. Ready, set, hit it. 10. Done. 2 more. Ready, set, go. Whether you want to or not, come on, go. This is not optional. Get what you came for. It's right here. These are the most expensive intervals. 3, 2, done. I want you to look up. There's the finish line. You ready? On your mark, get set, go, all out, finish it. 10, 9, 3, 2, woo, done. Take a minute. I need you to bring your heart rate down while your legs are moving. If you haven't hit the last song yet, you could do it. It'll calm you down. It's a sex song from 50 Shades of Grey. This is a hell of a topic, but I remember when everybody was up in arms about 50 Shades of Grey, and I remember a bunch of women like, that's horrible, that's horrible. Are you kidding? I would go home with Mr. Grey in a second. I mean, I'm not up for that whole toy room, that little something there, but I was just like, you know, it's not against women. It's just different. It's just whatever. Could be the other way around. But this is why we have to have an open mind when we confront topics that are hot topics, right? And everyone's talking about it, and like you have a definite opinion on your side, and then you just try to think of the other side. Okay. Normally I only say this to women, but there could be guys watching. But I think it was like Dolce & Gabbana posted an ad. It was a woman and 3 men or 4 men, I don't know. They were all hot. The girl was gorgeous, the guys were hot. There was a sexual message there, and people were freaking out. And I was like, you know, any woman who is single, you know, or whatever, and says she doesn't find that a little interesting, maybe the mind is not completely open yet, right? Guys can have that. Are you kidding? If there was one guy and 5 women all around him, he'd be like, baby, bring it on, right? And again, I'm not talking about your life now, but open minds. That's my parting message. Oh my gosh, that was great. So I'm gonna say goodbye to my internet people. Have a beautiful day.